Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the Separatist Droid Rework. We're gonna start off by taking B2 Super Battle Droid to 7 stars. Bum ba da dum, bam! 7th star. Aw yeah. Alright, that's an extra 2k power. Takes them up to 13,864 power. That was a weird number. Yeah, so, got B2 to 7 stars. I did pick up the pack for him. I figured, you know what? Yeah, it's worth it. It's gonna be worth it. Because the kits are out for everybody! Arnold T101 got the exclusive reveal for General Grievous yesterday. And holy shit, he's good. He is going to annihilate the enemy. A kit based on max health damage, lowering the effectiveness of the enemies, and siphoning power from your own droids. Very, very unique, a little bit risky, but just all about big numbers. And then today, the kits for Droideka and Magna Guard have been revealed. Now, one thing I am working on, and let's see if I can scroll up to Grievous, he should be right around here, yes. So one thing I'm doing right now is maxing out as many Grievous abilities as I can before the rework, because I noticed something. For the most part, okay, well, maybe not for his basic, but for some of the other things, I noticed these were actually kind of cheap. Like, okay, fine, it must have been just for, like, daunting presence and such, but for his leadership and his unique, I noticed, hey, that's actually a little bit cheap. I think, yeah, no, to max out his leadership was only 6 purples. Mark III ability things. You know, these things. Only 6 of them. So I was kind of like, huh, you know what? That's actually kind of cheap. I get the feeling they're going to fix that. So I've been rushing to finish off leveling up Grievous's abilities before they get too expensive. And since we are on Grievous, I am going to go ahead and explain the changes. The text posts are not up yet for Magna Guard and Droideka, but Arnold himself posted the text for Grievous. Sans the pretty pictures. I still have no idea what I'm going to use for a thumbnail. So, let's start off with the basic Furious Assault. So, basically, deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict healing immunity for 2 turns. This attack cannot be evaded or countered. If the target was already debuffed, deal 30% more damage. Grievous's attacks deal damage based on his maxed health instead of his physical damage. So, what does this tell you? And this is going to be a bit of a theme for this entire team. You don't need crit chance and crit damage mods, which for me is really nice, because I feel like I'm always stretched thin. Actually, this morning, in fact, I was going through mods working on Grievous, trying to pull mods from other characters to get him as much speed as possible, because having a fast Grievous is going to be one of the key points. To show you how effective I was, I've actually managed to pull up 99 speed worth of mods. Now, this isn't perfect. I think the biggest weakness right now, definitely the arrow doesn't have a speed secondary. Getting a 30 speed and speed secondary arrow is just ridiculously rare. In fact, let's filter. Arrow, speed, and speed doesn't have to be assigned. I have none. I don't have a single one of those. It doesn't matter if it's on anybody or not. It does not exist. That's how important, or that's how rare that is. I don't even have one. And then these mods I pulled out to give him plus 99 speed. Most of them are not maxed out. This is the best one I had so far, a nice plus 20. Probably could get one more out of it if I really tried. It's an offense mod, I know. I don't have as many health percentages as I would like. I have 2. 2 of what I think is potentially 3. But again, just the bonus speed. There's other ways he's going to gain health beyond that. The other thing I've noticed on Grievous, and this is same for B1, and I think I had the issue with B2, but I don't at the moment, is fusion at furnaces. This thing, I've already had a bit of a disagreement with my guild about it, because this can only be acquired through raids, and we're not very fast on the Sith raid. In fact, we're still in phase 1, and it's day 2 now, because I've already gotten 2 attacks at it. we're really close. When I was done with my second round, we had like 8% left. But either I gotta spend crystals on it, which I don't want to do, and as you saw, there's a lot of characters who need this, or we need to take the Rancor down faster. And I asked the guilds, like, hey, we, like, the droids, because a lot of us are looking at these guys need the fusion furnaces. Can we boost the Rancor raid from our 1 mil cap to a 2 mil cap, which basically just guarantees, you know, it's over faster, because the 1 mil cap kind of is slowing it down. And they were like, no. And I'm kind of mad. I'm just like, come on, guys. It's for the droids. But, yeah, so make if you're gonna, my point is, if you're gearing up Grievous, you're gonna need to do the Rancor raid a few times. Or the Sith raid if you can do the Sith raid. Probably makes it easier through the Sith raid. And then the weekly shipment right now, and the regular, actually, I'm noticing. Hold on one sec. I want to see if that's a better deal or the same deal. That's one thing I like to do lately, is do quick calculations, because the price per unit's not always the same between the different stores. 700 divided by 5, that is 140. Wait, what? No, by 25. Sorry, calculator. 700 divided by 25 is 28 per times 20. Okay, so it's the same value of 28 crystals per unit. Alright, that's not half bad, actually. If I wasn't planning to save up on Droideka right now, I'd actually go ahead and buy the 25 one right here. Because, I mean, Grievous needs it, Solo needs it, Django needs it, B1 needs it too. That's the other issue, B1 needs it. Now, Grievous is a little higher priority right now than B1 because he's kind of going to be... No, not kind of. He's the core of this whole thing. His leadership is going to be amazing. Let's get back to the kit. I am sorry, this video is going to be all over the place. I am so excited. This is everything I could have wanted for this kit, for this character, for this faction. I loved Episode 3 when I was a kid. Like, it came out when I was in junior high. And Episode 3, Grievous was so cool. The droids were so cool. I was sad it was over and the Empire was coming. Now, the Empire has gotten plenty of cool factors since then, especially from Rogue One. Like, just... that movie was great. Trade Skill Master, thank you for updating, but not now. Alright, let's do a second ability. Grievous Wounds. So this one, again, just got a small update for the first two. Sinister Laugh is completely gone, so that ability's been completely reworked. Grievous Wounds currently deals damage 50% healing immunity, so the healing immunity is now 100% on the basic. Now, deal physical damage to all enemies based on Grievous's max health again. All his abilities are like this on damage, so again, no need for crit stuff. Mod him health and maybe a little potency. Then inflict target lock for 2 turns and remove 30% turn meter from them. Nothing about can't be resisted or anything. So this ability is actually kind of his weakness. And I'll explain why in a bit. So, now you get target lock again. That's just a really important thing. There's so much target lock synergy on this team. The team being the 5 main droids. Now, I've already noticed there's some room for IG-88 and for Imperial Probe Droid as well. But there's not room for light side droids, and we'll get to that. So that's Grievous Wounds. Okay, Sinister Laugh is gone. The health down is part of his unique now, and the turn meter remove is now part of Grievous Wounds. Instead, we get Skittering Horror. If anyone's seen the trailer, you've seen this ability where he crawls up and then slashes. This is a huge attack. And then pay attention to the ordering on this ability. Gain health steal up for 2 turns, then deal physical damage based on Grievous's max health to target enemy and stun them for 1 turn. If the target was already debuffed, they lose 10% of their max health, excludes raid bosses, which can't be resisted, and Grievous gains 10% max health for the rest of the encounter. This attack cannot be evaded. No foresight. No tenacity. This is gonna hurt. 3 turn cooldown too, so that cooldown 4, bye. I almost don't even want to max out this ability right now, just because it's like, well, I can't max out because I'm short of Omega, but it's gonna hit like a truck. I'm not sure. We don't have the per level things, so I don't know exactly what part is what. I do know what the Zetas are. Grievous is going to have 2 Zetas. First, Daunting Presence is getting reworked. Now it's going to read, and let's see if I can get this. All enemies have negative 40% critical avoidance and negative 50% defense. So this is a bit different. Instead of all allies have critical chance up and 50% offense, this is specifically about nerfing your enemies. So this is just, completely overhauled. And then when damaged by an attack, dark side enemies lose 5% turn meter, and light side enemies lose 2% potency. So this is when you're hitting them, you have a different weakness for each enemy. So for dark side enemies, you're cutting down their turn meter. And this is big because every ability, if you're running this team right, every ability is going to at least hit twice because of B1's assist on everything. And there's a potential for a third time because Droideka has a small assist chance too. And Magna Guard has a high chance of counter, so that's on top of it. So you are just going to eat away at turn meter, and light side is going to lose potency. This is a direct counter, I think, to the Revan teams. And this stacks. Now, the Zeta. When a target-locked enemy is damaged, each droid and each Separatist ally gains 2% turn meter, doubled for Grievous. So Grievous will gain 4% for target-locked enemies damaged. Droids and Separatists. Now, I don't know if that means you get to double dip on it, because both of these are, all of these are droids and Separatists. So if that's the case, it would be 4% and 8% for Grievous. Or it's just either or, which means this does have some small viability for the Geos and for the other droids. But again, as you'll see from his unique, you do not want to bring the light side droids. L3, R2, BB-8, 3PO. No, you do not want to bring them. They get a real negative in the final kit. Alright, so that is a Zeta. I definitely recommend making this your first Zeta. It's kind of a rule of thumb right now. The best leadership abilities give turn meter, and that's one of the most important things. Like Jedi Training Rey, I Zeta'd her leadership first because we needed the turn meter. I kind of regret not giving Commander Luke his Zeta on his leadership right away as well. Palpatine's leader is Zeta. Vader's leadership is Zeta actually, because I do use Zeta Vader sometimes. Zader, as you could say. Alright, his ability. Tactical Retreat is gone, completely replaced by Metalloid Monstrosity. So I've got this to level 7. It'll have a level 8 Zeta on it. So, regular thing first. At the start of Grievous's turn, all droid allies take damage equal to 8% of his max health. Doubled for light side droids. So that is the whole thing of don't bring the light side droids. They die really fast because Grievous has really high health beginning, and this is just going to ramp up. And he gains 5% max health and potency for each other droid ally for the rest of the encounter. This damage cannot defeat enemy characters. It does trigger B1 losing 8 stacks, though. At the start of every character's turn, every character, ally or enemy, if Grievous is below 100% health, he dispels all debuffs on himself and inflicts marked on the other healthiest droid ally until the end of the turn. So, he still does call for a pseudo taunt. He calls for marked. So this can't be dispelled. It can't be dispelled by the enemy. It could theoretically be dispelled by Magna Guard, but unlikely. And I don't remember from the footage if this was a locked mark or not, because this jumps around. Because it's going to keep jumping to the healthiest. So let's say it pops up on Magna Guard first. Someone hits a chunk out of him. It switches over to B1, or B2, takes a chunk out of him. It's never going to hop on B1 unless he's the only other droid standing. Take a chunk out of him. Then it lands on Droideka. Droideka has a potential for damage immunity like Jango Fett. So that's not going to happen. Or that's not good, because then you can't damage him. But that can be dispelled. That's a bit of his kit. Alright, and then here is the Zeta. Whenever a droid or Separatist ally is defeated, Grievous dispels all debuffs on himself, resets all ability cooldowns, and gains a bonus turn. So, As far as Zetas go, this one is kind of that optional Zeta. This is one of those ones that's not going to come into play too often, except in like really high-end arena when you're dealing with really strong teams. So that is going to be important, but... And I'm actually going to list off the Zeta priorities at the end of this, because now we'll have all the Zetas known. I am going to go ahead and list off the Zeta priorities. Now, I'm going to check one more time. Please have the kits revealed. Damn it. Okay, they're not out. Fine. So, let's go talk about Magna Guard then, because he's at least I have a character to look at. We're just going to look at B1 for... Oh, wait, what? Hold on, Magna Guard's got his thing? What? Back. Magna Guard is ready to go up to Gear 8. What? What was this thing? Neat. I'm not actually sure when I gained the rest of this, because I was farming this morning but ran out of energy. Cool. It must have been pulled by something. Okay, Magna Guard is now at Gear 8. That's good to know. Alright, doing this from memory, because again, don't have the text stuff. Magna Guard's main ability will inflict target lock. That obvious is kind of just the thing. Inflicts target lock and dispels himself. If the enemy is target lock, dispels himself and one other Separatist ally. That's the big thing on Magna Guard is dispels. Also, he's got a new ability. He's got three actives and a new Relentless Assault ability. So... Disruption has been changed. This ability is now a AoE dispel for the allies, and then does damage to the enemy. So it's still an AoE attack, but it's a cleanse for everybody. So that's like the main thing on Magna Guard. And then, okay, I need to find the. Come on, somebody post about this. The only update I've seen so far on the thing is that there is going to be an update today that'll be forced on tomorrow for Android users, so this includes me, where we're going to have some kind of migration of the accounts, so hopefully nothing goes wrong there. But otherwise, no, I'm not seeing the text posts for these two things, which is annoying because I really don't want to have to pause to go write down the stuff. Okay. Okay, thank you. Legend91 posted a picture of all three kits because they were shown in the video. Thank you. Okay, Electro Staff. Yeah, target lock, if target lock, dispel. I got that one right. Okay, so Disruption is... Okay, I was wrong. Disruption was changed. That is the one we saw in the video where he does like the single target smack. Now that one is a 3-turn ability, and this one also has the Zeta, by the way. Deals... physical damage to all enemies and dispel all debuffs on... No, I guess Stunning Strike is the new one. Fine. And then this is a physical damage ability. So this one is still the Dispel. Deal physical damage to all enemies and dispel all debuffs on all Separatist allies. Magna Guard and General Grievous gain speed up for 2 turns. Magna Guard's abilities are tied directly to Grievous, by the way. So that is one thing to keep an eye on with Magna Guard, is he's got a lot of synergy with Grievous. Now, the Zeta is not a synergy with Grievous, so his Zeta is the lowest one on the list of priorities, I think. I could be wrong. We'll leave it to the other theory crafters. But Disruption will be the AoE dispel, and then speed up. I'm assuming the speed up is going to be the Omega part, and it will just be on a cooldown of 3. I don't think it's going to work like this. If it does, awesome. Oh, and there's no more, like, anti-Jedi stuff in the kits, by the way. This kit's kind of been made as a counter to Revan, but it's still viable versus other things. A lot of the footage I've seen has had them fighting different teams. They smoked Traya and the Night Sisters. They did pretty good against Jedi Training Rey. CLS actually did put up a pretty good fight, and I know just from, like, having fought some CLSs in Arena recently, it's like, that could actually spell some big trouble, because they've got a couple things that are really bad. Alright, finishing up the kit. So, Stunning Strike is the new ability, single target, reusable in 3 turns, deal physical damage to target enemy and dispel all buffs on them. So this is your Dispel ability, then stun them for 1 turn. Here's the Zeta. If no buffs were dispelled, reset the cooldown of this ability. So it's kind of similar to Kylo Ren's, what is it? Outrage, Outslash, something. Yeah, not that Kylo, the other Kylo. Is he still up in my favorites? Yeah, he is. Damn. So this Kylo's Outrage. So his Outrage without the Zeta, just if you, what do you call it? Something resets this. I think it's unstoppable, actually. Yeah, and he has a 50% chance to reset his cooldown. So it's kind of like that, where you just get to keep doing it over and over again, and you get a stun train going. So Magna Guard is annoying. And then his unique is not listed here, which is a little annoying, but the main point is the unique gives him taunt at the start of every one of his turns, and gives him and Grievous stacking tenacity and defense, or is it health? It's a stacking something for every target locked enemy. So lots of target lock, really tanky Grievous, and Magna Guard's gonna taunt a lot. Now there's gonna be a little awkward synergy between his taunting and the marked going around, marked coming from Grievous. Remember, that is the same ability that Revan gives to cause his all-in attack. But this will be a little less brutal since it doesn't cause an all-in. It's just, hey, you have to hit him now. Alright, let's talk about Droideka. This is the last character, and I am not going to lie, I am tempted as hell to wail on Droideka. I already have a small plan for when he comes out in 2 days. I am saving crystals right now so that I can test the new marquee pack that's going to come out, because we have the standard marquee pack. You saw it right there with B1, which is I think $12.99, and oh good, I actually need those. So you have your standard marquee pack, and then we're going to have a super marquee pack, which is going to solo ultimate bundle. Interesting. It's going to I'm totally forgetting. It's going to cost more. It's going to cost, I think, almost double, but it's going to have better base results, because if you go in here right now, lowest you can get is 5. Realistically, just based on the pack probabilities, which I'm not going to bring up, you get 7 on average. Now, that is a terrible, terrible, terrible return on your crystals. And my current plan is I'm going to just buy, I'm going to buy shards as they come up in here, which is tempting right now, believe me, especially on the Ewoks. I've started up my Ewok farming a little bit more now. I already got T-Bow to 7 stars, because, what do you call it? This. He was pretty easy, you know. Boom, T-Bow. Kind of working on, what's his name? Logray and Ewok Elder and Paplo when they come up here, but they haven't been up for a few days, and I'm currently using this currency to get gear. Okay, but Droideka is tempting as all hell to whale. Also, they've had a lot more stuff available for crystals lately, and even this is just like, I'm thinking about it. But I need the 5 mil now. Like, I gotta be a little more conservative now, because we got Droideka coming. Now he's gonna have that bigger pack, and the other controversial change is coming, where they're gonna have they've doubled the price of the base pack. Like, the B1 pack was $10, the Droideka pack's gonna be $20. You still only get enough crystals to go up to 4 stars, but the big but there is now you're gonna get $10-ish worth of crystals. And then this has been a bit controversial. So you're getting the $10 pack plus 1. So yeah, you're getting, what is it, like just about 130 crystals-ish. 135, I guess, crystals per dollar, roughly. So you're getting a decent amount. But this has been a bit controversial, because if you look at the $100 pack, the whale pack, that is a lot more than 13 to 1. Like, that is you're getting almost 157 per one. So you're losing out. So I see why that's taking off the whales. And then people like me, it's like, I just wanted to spend the $10 on the thing. I didn't want to spend 15. And this is definitely going to discourage me from doing these $10 packs in the future. But for me, this does present a slightly unique circumstance where I do have a use for those crystals right away, and that's going to be the more expensive pack. Like, again, it's going to have double the drop rates, or double the shard things, basically. So there's going to be less amounts coming out. Now, I still have no idea what the drop chances are, and I bet you it's going to be worse for the 330. But I'm still going to do one just to test it, and to get myself a little ahead on Droideka. But after that, I'm going to basically just be kind of like, okay, and now we're just going to wait. So, let's talk about Droideka's kit. Twin blaster cannons is his basic, and there are going to be 2 special things about his kit you'll need to know. No, 3 special things. True damage, charged, and damage immunity. So, twin blaster cannons deal physical damage to the target enemy. Additionally, if the target has higher speed than Droideka, deal true damage. Droideka is not a character you're going to want to mod speed on. I mentioned that before. Okay, so true damage. Ignores defense, but can't critically hit. So there's no point in putting crit damage on him again. Once again, just crit's not really gonna be a thing for most of the characters except Grievous, but you want to mod Grievous as health, or Grievous with health, so just, you know, there's no real need for crit on these characters. Which scales based on the difference in their speed. This one is definitely aimed at Revan. Let's go ahead and just look at the best Revan in my arena right now. By the way, I counted yesterday how many Revans are in my top 50. It is currently 47, and it might be 46 now, because I do notice some people are coming in and out, but, you know, 47-ish of the 50 characters are Revans. Like, that is ridiculous. And a lot of and who's in top almost completely comes down to these things. Speed. Speed and crit mods. So, 124 speed. That is ridiculous. Now imagine what the hell Droideka will do, because Droideka is going to be in the low hundreds on speed, basically. You don't want to put speed on him. Maybe you'll want to have a speed arrow, just to have some speed. But you don't want to do what I did with Grievous. You don't want to go out and find more speed. You want him to be slowish, and there's a reason for it in his kit, too. But this is going to hit like a truck. And this scales based on the difference. Droideka is your anti-Revan character. He is the nail in the coffin on what makes this team anti-Revan. And he's got amazing things to do, and that's just his basic. Alright, next ability, his first special, Destructive Armament. Destructive is not a strong enough descriptor. Let's just go ahead and call this Annihilate, but with blasters. Deal physical damage to target enemy and true damage, ignores defense but can't critically hit, and additional time for each stack of charge. Then inflict target lock if they survive. I added the if they survive part. This attack can't be evaded. This is going to ignore foresight. This is not, this is damage, so tenacity ain't gonna save you. True damage, defense ain't gonna save you. Only thing that might save you is being a Grievous with high health. Now, this one doesn't scale on the speed thing, but each stack of charge is another true damage hit. And from the videos we saw, it was roughly about 7,500 per hit. In the videos, Droideka got kind of high on stacks, and you're going to see why when the kit's done. The highest, I think Mobile Gamer pointed out, was like 26 stacks. That's over $150,000 damage. Ignoring defense. And I'm not sure if it goes through protection or not, but yeah, there's a reason I'm saying might as well call it Annihilate 2. If this gets high, this is gonna hit like a truck. And it can't be evaded on top of that. The only thing that makes it not like Annihilate is, well, one, it happens once early in the battle, and two, they can revive, so don't use this on zombie. Reconstructive Revolution, ability number 3. Special number 2. Reusable in 3 turns, dispel all debuffs on Droideka, and gain damage immunity. Can't be copied. No Yoda. And tenacity up for 2 turns. Then recover 10% protection for each stack of charge. Now, Droideka is pretty good about recovering protection. This is the ability also where he'll pop up his little shield. Now, I'm just slightly sad it doesn't, like, stick up. The what do you call it? It doesn't, I'm dumb right now. Sorry, I'm tired. The shield animation doesn't stay up. Okay, sorry, I was scanning the thing to see if his passive was listed. It's not. And that's what's gonna. And the thing that has charge has the Zeta on Droideka, and it adds 5% offense per stack. It is gained every time an enemy takes a turn. So this is the closest thing we're gonna have to Bonds of Weakness, and it's just charges gained on Droideka. It's not dispellable, and it stacks up. It does give him a little more offense. So if for some reason he uses his basic, if he can't use his other two abilities, you know, he's still gonna have some oomph to it. And I think the Zeta adds evasion down, which is nice because on target locked enemies. So second least important Zeta. And he gains charge. So again, this character is all about punishing faster enemies. God, this video is gonna be so long. I might actually redo the take. Yeah, this character's fast. He's gonna explode things. It's insane. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, you're gonna die. I don't care if you've got 27,000 character value. I am going to chop you to pieces. Also, I'm just kind of curious what your speed mod is. Okay, so that's not that. 22, 14, 15, 16, 11. Oh, that's actually not as high as I thought. Maybe he's got like a really fast Jolie or something. I really... Oh, he's using Chewie. Alright, what about Jolie? A fast Jolie is also the bane of existence. 103. Now, I can't tell if these are Gear 12 Plus or not, but I get the hunch they are. Thank you, Rock, for providing a... Who's the boss? I love it. I'm going to check one more Revan just because I'm just kind of curious. It's like, because this could just be, hey, it's his payout time, so he got the thing. How fast are you? 137. Yeah, that's fast. Yeah, so Droideka's going to nuke all these guys. Droideka is going to blow them to Kingdom Come. All right, let's talk Zetas now. So, 2 of them are available in the game to view, and 4 of them are not. So it's a total of a 6 Zeta team, which is not too terrible unless you're like me and you pretty much have to use your Zetas as soon as you get them. I am kind of sad now because I really did want to get that second Zeta on R2-D2, but that's not happening because I want to take this team straight to the arena. So, Grievous. Grievous has 2 Zetas. His leadership Zeta will be the most important one to do first because you need that turn meter on target locked enemies. And it's going to just fuel him cutting through the enemies, and it's just going to really help get your turn meter machine going. That's one of the biggest things for all all the characters. All right. So that's Zeta number 1. Zeta number 2 will be B1's Droid Battalion. So this will be the second Zeta you want to pick up. Now this is one of the only ones we can really look at. Droid Battalion adds 50 more stacks of this. This is just going to be key because B1 is the linchpin of this team. To defeat this team while it's defending, you need to do one of 2 things. You either need to blow Grievous up almost immediately, which kills half the interactions, or you need to really quickly chew through B1. Now, this can be done by 2 teams. Revan, if he can manage to go and get off a multi-attack or 2 before the taunts or marks start coming up, you can chew through B1. Especially if you have Kenobi and you can chain Mark and whatever the all-in thing is with the Jedi. And this also will mean no Hoda, no Hermit Yoda. He's useless. You need every basic you can get. Because it doesn't matter what you hit him with. Just hit him with something. The other thing that could really potentially blow this character up would be CLS with Han and Leia, because they all multi-attack. Now, the team with Finn Zeta just got recently nerfed into the ground by the by Finn's rework, which I'm hoping comes out soon. So you won't be able to do like the exposed train on this, but just the sheer amount of attacks they can get off can quickly chew through B1, and Han shoots first, so he'll take a couple stacks off B1. So that's why this is so important, because if B1 falls, there go your heals, and then Grievous will quickly chop your own team down to nothing. Alright, Zeta number 3, I would say, is Relentless Barrage on, where are you? On B2. Oh wow, he jumped ahead of Grievous. Yeah, so B2 would get Zeta number 3 on Relentless Barrage. Whenever so this is another turn meter thing. I would say this is number 2, but just having those extra stacks on B1 is so important, because that's how you increase his survivability. So yeah, B1. Give him more, give this, and then this feeds into the turn meter. He's going to be mowing down constantly. He might even get attacked sometimes, and there's so many debuffs going out. Just, yeah, this is like just having mow down give potentially up to 25, or even if you're in PvE for some reason, 30% turn meter is just huge. And mow down's going to happen a lot, because it's got dispel and it's got buff immunity. It's so good. So that's Zeta number 3. Zeta number 4, I'm going to give to Droideka. Just because I think it's going to be important for him to have his second Zeta. Then Zeta 5 will go on to Magna Guard, because Stunning Strike is slightly more useful than Grievous taking a second turn. Because if you're losing droids, yeah, and then Grievous' second turn will be the last one. So that one is a real if you're going to want to do both Stunning Strike and Metalloid Monstrosity. Those are Zetas. I'm not 100% sure I'll do them. I kind of want to do them, especially because I have a hunch that we're going to get Separatist ships in the future. So it's important to have Zetas on the characters, so that way the Zeta powers up the ship. Ships is so weird. But yeah, there's the Zeta list. How long has this video gone on for? This has gone on for 36 minutes. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. So yeah, I'm super excited. Grievous and Magna Guard get reworked tomorrow. Droideka comes out on Thursday. Then we will have the things. I will live stream when Droideka comes out. I'm gonna forfeit my usual Thursday stream in favor of Droideka. So I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be out on Tuesday, hopefully, and then Wednesday is the day of the reworks, but I'm not going to do anything yet because I won't have Droideka. The team won't be viable. Once Droideka's out, though, I'm going to take him straight to 85. I'm going to pick up a pack, all that. And then we're going to go through Galactic War, because I think that'll be a really good way to see how this team performs. And again, I don't have any Zetas ready, so I can't take him straight into Arena. I think you need, at a minimum, to be Arena viable, you need the first 3 Zetas done. That's my theory, that you're going to need Grievous's leadership, Droid Battalion, and Reactive Protocol. You need those 3 Zetas, and then you should, fingers crossed, should be good to go for Arena. Now, I'm not saying you'll punch right into the top 100. I'm not even sure if I'll punch into the top 100. This team's really good against Bastila and Revens, so I think there's enough of them you can kind of get around. It should be able to defeat the Night Sisters based on what I saw, but I think to break your top 100, at least for my shard, to break into top 100, you're going to want to have as many Gear 12s as you can get. So the first 3, Grievous, B2, and Magna Guard should be your first Gear 12s, and then get Droideka and B1 to Gear 11. Fingers crossed I get super, super, super lucky on the live stream and get the 330 for Droideka, because that would be awesome just to get that. And right now it's like, I need a stun gun for Droideka, or for B2, and I just used up my Carbantes on Magna Guard. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of Carbantes, and then, yeah, so I am purely stun gunless right now. I used the last one I got on Ezra so I could finish powering up Phantom 2. Just, yeah, like, there's so much to do right now. I need to clear out my freaking favorites. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you all for watching. I can't wait to see you all on Thursday for the live stream when we will test out this awesome new team. We will take it to Galactic War. I don't know if I said Grand Arena on accident. We'll take it to Galactic War. I'm going to see if I can use it even in territory battles. We should be on day... We'll be on day 4, so everyone will be usable still. So, like, I'm excited. I'm just so excited for this team, and I hope you all get some really good use out of these characters. They're going to be great in Grand Arena. They're going to be great in Arena. I think they'll be good for Phase 2 of the Sith Raid, but just... so much to do, so little time. Thank you all for watching, and farewell.